Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Cook a feast no family could fully eat. Recite prayers no family could fully believe.
And acknowledge a frightful history no family could fully comprehend.
Good Morning Night Vale!
Good afternoon and good evening, Night Vale. My name is Meg Bashwiner, and I am one of the tri-hosts of this lovely Night Vale recap podcast, and I play the character of Deb, who's in this episode.
I'm Hal. I play Steve Carlsberg, and I'm a try-hard.
And I'm Symphony. I play Tamika Flynn, and I'm a tricycle? No. But whatever I am, that's one of three. I'm here with my friends to talk about Welcome to Night Vale because we are all cast members of Welcome to Night Vale, and we are here talking to you about each and every episode of Welcome to Night Vale, painstakingly going over the details as it were. And today, my friends, is January 14th, the year of our spaghetti monster 2021. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Difficult to believe.
No, the answer is no.
Well, after the year 2020 took 150 years to complete, it feels good, I guess.
Do you think any of us, we kept marking the date and saying it's last summer into the fall. It's September 4th. We didn't know how the election was going to turn out. And then there was a special election that was coming, and the election still hadn't been settled. Even then, with the jokes that we made, the world could be on fire. We could all be under, the aliens could be coming for us. Could any of us have predicted where we sit right now accurately? There may be things that aren't surprising.
Yes and no. No, not accurately. Not the shocking events that we have recently endured. However, in typical fashion, we just keep swimming like Dory, right?
Good point. Richmond out.
Sink or swim. Yeah. I feel like we could have we could have predicted it in 2016. Like, remember like election night 2016? We're like, oh, this is going to be bad.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we allowed our minds to wander, we could be like, oh yeah, economy's completely collapsed. We can't see our families. The people are storming the Capitol for not good reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like as we got further into the stupidity of the past 4 years of our lives, it became a little bit harder to kind of see the forest from the trees. Is that a statement?
Through the trees.
It's for the trees. See the forest for the trees. Yeah.
For the trees, by the trees. It's
It's a forest for the trees, by the trees, and of the trees.
From the trees.
It's FUBU.
In my
trees.
understanding of that statement, in my brain that I've never thought to look up what it is, was like, well, if you're standing among the trees, you can't see that you're in a forest. You just see like trees,
Right.
That's right.
So
that's true. I like that we got to take a little trip to the land of make-believe and return to Thanksgiving, which I like.
I know, how fun.
Yeah, we got to travel back in time. I'll read the description for this episode, which is a special extended instance of recurring show segment Cooking Stuff with Earl Harland, as Earl explains how to make a traditional Thanksgiving dinner with all the trimmings. So yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, it's if we had timed everything properly, we probably would have released this episode at Thanksgiving. But you know what? We should be celebrating Thanksgiving every day. And so we're going to celebrate it today, January 28th.
Yeah. If only we'd started 2 months earlier. Yeah. Hindsight.
You know what? I actually just got a box of stuffing today. So every day is Thanksgiving for everyone.
Hal definitely still has boxes of stuffing in his house.
Oh, I know he does. But it's too far for me to get. So to be like, hey, friend, can I borrow a cup or two of stuffing? Hey there, neighbor.
You can borrow stuffing. I would allow you to come.
You'll mail it to me?
Stuffing.
Will you mail it to me?
You want me to mail you
So
stuffing?
I would have to come to California.
Well, that's what you were describing. I could mail you a box of stuffing if you really want.
Okay.
Do I have to go to the post office to do it? I would do it. I'll do it.
Just print a FedEx label.
I mean, at this point, I'd just buy you a box for the cost that it would. I'll just send you one. I'll just buy you a box of stuffing.
And just have
Venmo you stuffing. Hey, what's your Cash App? I want to send you some stuffing.
There's a little note that's like for stuffing exclusively.
Yeah. Hey, I'll make sure I use those funds accordingly.
Everyone who looks at the public note will see the stuffing emoji under the what it's for. I don't like that part of Venmo. I don't like seeing
you can make it private.
I'm aware of that, but I don't understand the public. Like, I don't need to see that two of my friends have engaged in a transaction over a sandwich that one of them paid for. Like that, what does that do for me?
What if it's code and it's not actually a sandwich?
I find it fascinating. I also find that for some reason on Venmo, we all communicate in emoji, which I don't think there's any other platform where we like all entirely communicate in emoji, which is interesting. But I like to, when I can tell it's drugs, when I can be like, oh, okay, skis. Yeah, you guys did coke in a bathroom.
Yeah, skis, 3 trees, and then just Dennis Rodman's head.
No, and a horse.
And a horse.
Some heroin, yeah.
A horse with a spoon and the flame emoji.
Oh, no. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anybody who does those kinds of drugs.
Walter White.
That you know of.
That I know of. I should check out Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of pills, needles. Oh. Who's investigating Venmo?
Nobody. Your personal FBI agent that is looking at every interaction on your phone.
That's the dim web. It's the dark web, but in the light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This should be.
It could be for anything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If Cecil and Earl we're sending emojis for this segment. There's a turkey.
Yeah.
Is there, I don't think there's like cranberry sauce, but you could do potatoes. You could do potatoes. There's a potato one.
There's a potato
There's plates.
one.
There's plate like for dinner.
Yes.
Like father and son emoji.
Yeah, father and son.
Father and son emoji.
There's two dudes that could be Cecil and Carlos, you know, like the relationship ones.
A steam engine.
Oh, yeah. That whole part was so weird.
Or making mashed potatoes with your feet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and a foot. Yeah, mashed like potatoes and a foot. Okay, there's so much fucked up stuff about the food. That's always amusing to me anytime they do those segments. Like Jeffrey said in the introduction to the episode, I also love a cooking show. And so do you, Meg, I know. How do you like cooking shows? Do you watch cooking shows?
I love cooking shows. Yes. I don't watch them as religiously as the two of you do, or maybe the one of you, but I do love them. I will watch any cooking thing anytime, and I'm obsessed with food TikTok. I've made several recipes from there.
Meg and I, when we are on tour and we are rooming together, first of all, best roommates.
Best roommate ever.
Best. It's all we have just like such a rapport when it comes to like, we know what we like, how it's going to go as soon as we get in the room, what side the person usually likes to be on. I know Meg always likes to have her thing propped up on the little suitcase stand, and I don't really care. I throw my shit on the floor, so it's fine. But we for sure always have like Food Network on or HGTV sometimes if there's nothing good. But we really do enjoy. We all sleep to that. We'll set the TV timer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Throw 45 minutes on the Food Network timer.
That's right.
Wake up and it's tomorrow.
Wonderful. As long as it's not one of those stupid cookie challenges or something.
Yeah.
I hate those.
Yeah. I don't want to see children struggle in the kitchen. I don't want to like see people struggle that aren't like there on like professionals there struggling. Like I like watching the Cutthroat Kitchen and the Chopped and the stuff that it's like a professional being challenged at their craft.
Right.
But like
that's fun.
Like amateur stuff. I'm like, this is just sad. You're just hurting the food.
Iron Chef.
Yeah, like an Iron Chef. A lot. Yeah, that like kind of cooking sports. But I don't like when it's like the normies trying to do it. Yeah. So we'll switch to HGTV at that time. Or like if sometimes we're staying at a hotel that gasp but does not have the Food Network and we're stuck watching Forensic Files.
Poor.
We end up watching Forensic Files and we turn it on. And then within 3 minutes, we're like, oh, her boyfriend killed her, huh? Like,
and that's when they found it. A scarf made of penises draped over the bathroom door. That was clue number one that something was wrong.
Pretty much that.
You'd be a good true crime announcer, man.
He was a quiet neighbor, a bagger at the local grocery, but he had a dark secret.
They're always quiet. That's why I don't trust. I'm a nosy neighbor. I know each one of my neighbors in my little pod of the area. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I don't know them. Like, I'm not trying to invite them into my house, but like, just, I'm like, I see what's going on with you. Ain't no murderers getting past me, or I ain't going to be murdered by some chump who lives by me.
It began with an overdue copy of Bunnicula, and soon turned to a string of murders that rocked a small Iowa town. Next, on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Did I mix up the shows again? I feel like I mixed up the shows again.
Dang it, Hal.
They are the two shows that are always on in a hotel, Forensic Files and
true.
DD&D.
What if they switched narrators? So one of them was like, this hole in the wall in Poughkeepsie makes the best chili dogs in Western New York. And then the other one is a series of lonely senior murders head your way next on Forensic Files. Well, that's my tight 10.
Yep.
See you later, everybody. I saw the light.
I know we're like flashing a red light at Hal. It's like, thanks, bud.
Oh, we're recording this? Great.
Well, speaking of murderers or attempted murderers. In the news, we have early on talking about Hiram and his impending trial and finding appropriate jurors, one of which is the only other dragon, because, jury of your peers, 500 Dragon, is Hiram's sister, Hadassah. And she was not happy about it. I don't know, but I couldn't tell if she, because it says she's none too happy to be called for jury duty, let alone for her brother's trial. But is it because she doesn't like Hiram or she doesn't want to do jury duty? That's the real question.
I think she doesn't want to do jury duty, and I also think she doesn't want to have a part in trying her brother in Night Vale's first trial, which they've never had a trial before, so they have to hire a theater critic to be a judge, which I found to be a funny little tongue-in-cheek joke, where it's like the only person who's fit to judge you is a theater critic, which is hilarious for anyone who's ever had a theater critic at them.
They can be so hard. I don't like. Are you one of those actors that likes to read reviews?
Yeah, I'm a narcissist. So,
okay.
You write my name down, I'm going to read it.
I don't know. I go back and forth, especially with theater reviews, because I'm like, what the fuck am I'm not doing anything different. Just because you criticized what I did, I'm like, there's nothing I can do. But if it's nice, I definitely want to hear it. I like when people say nice things. I've actually never had a bad review, so I don't really know what I would feel. Probably mad.
I feel like I've done a lot of shows where I've never mentioned it all in any reviews.
That's not bad, though.
It is if you have any narcissism or if you have if you have that mixed with low self-esteem, you're like, oh, well, I wasn't even worth mentioning.
Sure, okay. I didn't think of it that way. I thought of it like, well, what if you didn't get mentioned and everybody else got lambasted? Do you know what I mean? But it would be nice if they were and the one standout performance was a delightful third tree, Hal Lublin.
Man, I'll tell you, I was a fantastic third tree, and I never got credit for it. I was so very still, and even when I had to scratch my nose, I made it look like the wind was moving the branches around.
You're creating life on that stage.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. But
I do.
You know who didn't? Pauline Kael.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's my time, everybody. I just saw the light.
At first I was like, is that a character? And then I'm like, oh no, that's the critic. Well, screw you, Pauline. I hope you're rotten in hell for not telling my friend Hal what a wonderful person he is.
Yeah.
And an actor.
I used to work on a show that was like a night life attraction, so we would get Yelp reviews.
Oh, yuck.
Which is always fun to see.
Those people are not qualified to say anything.
They are not. However, they're in your audience. So
I guess so.
I always found it interesting. And I also not everything can be for everybody. I also try to be pretty objective about the type of work I make, especially if you're, doing something that is, you put it up quickly. It's like you're working without a net. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses. That's what experimental theater is all about. But yeah, I always found it fun to read Yelp reviews from people who did not understand what it was that we were doing.
They're like, I thought this was going to be comedy sketches.
Yeah. I thought, this isn't stand-up. Oh, no, it's not.
Oh, honey. Honey.
But yeah, reviews, they happen. It's fun when people review Night Vale shows.
On Yelp?
No, and we'll occasionally get some press.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Yeah.
But I try not to read those either because I'm like, is this variety?
They're usually pretty kind.
Yeah. Or it's just sometimes it's less of a review and more of a, this is exactly what happens in the thing.
Yep.
I went to this show and there was music and then these actors were up there and then there was more music And then I went home.
I would say if of the 90% of the shows that I've been in or been around for Night Vale, if somebody was there to review it, the worst they could come away with is to say, this is probably not for me. Because the audience obviously is very invested in everything that's happening. So
that's the only critic I need, is an applauding audience and people who are smiling and laughing and squealing and, oh, I miss it so much.
The box office, that's the only critic I care about. Da 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 da. What are the numbers?
I miss our audiences, and I miss our fans being able to like see them face to face, or even like parse them out in a dark theater. That was always like it's a very special interaction and a very special relationship that we can't replicate online.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so special, is that in order for it to exist, you need the specific alchemy of a stage and an audience and a thing and a disinterested bartender in the back.
Oh, that actually is always really fun. If there's like a bar in the thing, it's like watching the bartenders or whatever, or the security people, like figure out what the hell is actually going on and why all these people love it. Or we're closer to all the backstage crew and like things like that. It's fun to watch them watch it or laugh at a joke or something like that, because they're unaware of the before, right? They're unaware of like any of the story and things like that. It's always fun to see people experience Night Vale for the first time.
It is. I love the opposite too, which is the stage crew. It's like, we just had Def Leppard in here.
Yeah.
What time am I mandated to break all this down and load out, to supervise the loadout, so I could sit and talk to the other people wearing theater blacks about the new piece of equipment that I got for my home setup or my personal setup? That's I love that is a life where you've seen a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And just nothing, like, what would phase them? I don't know. Maybe nothing.
Yeah, no.
I even think if you went out and dropped trow and dropped a deuce on the stage, I think they'd still be like, yeah, Alice Cooper did it better. Or something.
Yeah.
That was the one review that I got.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
It's
okay. Give me something to shoot for.
Our show is super weird, but not for people who work on the technical side of it. Our show is super boring for them because it's just like we have 3 microphones and the lights go like up and down like 4 or 5 times, but there's no, we load in at 5 o'clock and do a show at 8 o'clock. They're used to loading in like at 6:30 in the morning 2 days before to like completely rig Dave Matthews' whole setup with the pyrotechnics and the backdrops and like all the different stages. And yeah.
I think that's why some of the lighting designers be like legit going ham when they can. They're like, let's create 17 looks and like, things that spin and gobos and stuff. And you're like, bro, just light my face and the top and my head. Don't make me look flat. And like, that's it. And make sure my microphone turns up. That's all I care about.
Speaking of going ham, let's go turkey.
Yes.
One of the things that I love about this episode is like all of the, like, there's so many just like straight throwaway bits. Like every recipe is a like, we do this, and then we put ground glass in it. Like there's just the like kind of the rules of like taking a thing that we know in the real world. When you cook a turkey, you do this, this, and this. But in Night Vale, when you cook a turkey, you stuff it with newspaper. Like,
newspaper.
Yeah, because you can't have wheat because it turns into snakes, which is great. Yeah, this episode is really like has that kind of, it keeps playing the game.
I was just going to say the only thing that bothered me about that recipe, besides the newspaper, was that he cooks it at 675.
Full kiln temperature. Yeah, fully a kiln.
It's a fucking pizza oven and shit. Like, what the hell?
I love that something that this episode made me think about was that Will, who plays Earl Harlan, is a foodie.
Yeah.
Like one of the last times I went to his house, he had made pickles. He was like making his own pickles, and he gave me one of the pickles. It's the best pickle I've ever had.
Oh.
And I think he's told me a couple times. I have to ask him again, like, how do you make the pickles? So now I picture, like, he probably has made a turkey. He probably has legitimately made these things, including having to cut off all those hooves. That's the toughest part of making a turkey, is after you cut off the head and all of its hooves.
You can pickle the hooves too if you're.
I mean, yeah.
And if you're
sure.
Earl, if you're Will, you can. He already apparently knows how to pickle anything. He makes good pickles, so pickled hooves probably isn't an issue. I did write ew foot potatoes just because I can't with that. Like I was kind of into. I was like, okay, yeah, cream and butter, and I was like, with your feet? No. Would you eat potatoes that were smashed with somebody's foot?
It's going to be a no for me, dog.
Wait. Here's the cap. It's a totally clean mold-free foot.
Still a no.
No.
Yeah. It's fucking so gross. Like, I couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
Also, why is there frozen corn inside of the cranberry sauce?
Because it's corn. Eat it.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get
Fills
to you, Deb. And friends, can we talk about a crunchy turkey? Crunchy turkey?
Yes.
I was like, why is it like that? And Cecil obviously didn't like it.
No.
It was cooked at 675. It was just all that's left is like char and ash.
Yeah. It's just a ugh.
I can like viscerally feel. I could feel the like it in between my teeth. Ugh.
You want your skin a little crispy.
I like
and
a
actual.
crispy skin.
Put massage a little oil into that. I do avocado oil. Take a little avocado oil and rub it all over there. You get a nice crispy skin. But yeah, it shouldn't be crunchy as. Ugh.
Not like as it was described in the script as gravel sounding.
Maybe he left some hoof in there.
Yeah, maybe there was a little hoof left in.
Maybe crunch. It's hard to get those completely off. I will say there's a fun little thing of Steve in here, which is that obviously he's a football fan because when the games are on, Cecil doesn't have to talk to him. So that's something that he and I share.
But I think you might be the only one who understands football because they don't seem to understand what football is. You're like, of course. And I think I wrote, what did I write in here? When he was like, oh, and I'll try and teach my son. Oh, yeah. Try to understand the point of football. And I wrote, same.
Listen, here. This is why Steve understands it when many people don't. When you look at a football play drawn up, what is it made up of? It's made up of dotted lines, circles, and arrows. It's a code, and he knows the code. Wake up, people.
Okay,
Football's sending us transmitted messages to tell us to get more beers and where to get our hamburgers.
Is Steve a part of QAnon?
No. No. He'd be the one debunking it and saying, don't you realize this is the actual truth? And everybody would be like, whatever. Q would never do that.
Those are some rose-colored glasses that you have about Steve Carlsberg that you're looking at that character through.
He knows that the town is under government control. Can we all agree?
As you yell that into your closet, bro.
I am yelling it into my closet. I am literally yelling into a void I've set up out of foam in my closet.
You love to see it.
I understand that, Earl is trying to connect with his son through something and football, like Jeffrey said, that, through like competition and whatnot, you should feel like you connect with your kid, but like because he doesn't understand it and no one understands it, then it makes it more difficult for him to connect. But also, I think it might be difficult for him to connect to Roger because Roger is possibly a ghost.
Or possibly him from the past, future, alternative dimension.
Coming. Yeah.
A time shadow of him.
Yeah, it's tough to say what's going on there. The one thing I find really interesting and hilarious about this episode is the tone, because it's like this upbeat cooking episode, and it's like, it's the holidays, we're cooking, but also like I don't know how to relate to my son, and we're having a very big weird, and like that's kind of in there through like sort of through a smile, like a gritted smile, is like we're trying to get through this cooking episode, but also Earl is like going through some pretty serious stuff, and Cecil is just like kind of letting it all roll through, and like nothing stops the cooking show, even him being like, I think my son is a ghost. And
even when like Cecil brings up the thing about the picture of Earl with the steam locomotive or whatever, Cecil keeps, of course, like ignoring. And there's a couple of times where like there's that turn of being like, oh, we're not going to talk about that type thing. And just like forget about like that he and Cecil were 19 for forever. It seems like forever, and how time works for them, and how confusing that possibly could be. And even Earl has a little fire distraction. He's like, fire. Which I don't think you're supposed to yell that inside. It's illegal.
Well, there was a fire.
Right. It was the turkey. I'm assuming that this turkey was also made with a foot.
Okay. I want to take back the thing I said about not eating potatoes if they were made by a foot. I will say this. If you do not have the use of your hands and you use your feet like you would your hands, and as a result, you maintain the appropriate hygiene on them and have dexterity and use of them, I would entertain the idea of eating something cooked by your feet.
If the only way you can cook is with your feet, is what you're saying.
Yes, and you're like skilled at that, and know that that you have the hygiene that you would your hands for your feet, even maybe more so.
Yeah, but this ain't the motherfucking grape stomp, dude.
It's a lot of qualifiers thrown in there.
I just wanted to revisit that because,
I feel that.
Yeah, I understand. We were assuming in an ableist way that it's just everybody has the same cooking facility physically and the same limbs. I would offer the same thing. Also, if you wore clean shoes to do it, like maybe you have potato mashing.
Your mashing shoes?
Yeah.
My mashing shoes.
Like a double dare.
Yes, exactly.
Like a double dare situation.
You have the mashing shoes, and then your partner has a hat with a cup on it and a fill line, and you have to mash the potatoes in there. And then you get $50 or whatever the prize was on Double Dare. A Nintendo game.
And you pick the giant nose. Yeah. You pick the giant nose, and you get to go to SeaWorld.
You shouldn't go to SeaWorld.
No, but that was back before.
Yeah.
It was the 80s.
It was the 80s. When the whales were lucky that they were in SeaWorld because Reagan was molesting them. Anyway.
Let's talk about other dangerous animals that you shouldn't be fucking around with. And that is bears.
Bears
may look very, very cute. And they are very cute. Have you seen that video of the little baby bear like outside catching snowflakes?
Mm-hmm. It's really feeling
cute.
Himself. Yeah.
Very wholesome. And he's waddling around with his little butt. It's very cute. But you should not touch or hug bears. While it is in jest here in the show, and they do say you shouldn't touch bears. They are not toys. But for real, don't touch bears, dude. Especially a baby bear. If you see a baby bear, go away because a mama bear is very nearby.
Yeah. My sister has bears by where she lives, and like she sees them on her Ring doorbell. She'll be like it'll be like, you know, like 10 o'clock at night. She'll be hanging out in her house and she'll get a notification that something's at the door and it's a bear.
It's like, let me in. Knock, knock, knock.
And you know it's stealing all the Amazon packages.
Yeah.
Like Yogi Bear. That's what Yogi would do. Now, in a modern day, Yogi Bear would steal the packages off of your porch.
Like, an Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Hey, boo-boo. We're going to steal all these packages off of these porches.
I don't know, Yogi. It seems like a bad idea.
I got an app. That's the new version of Yogi Bear.
I love it.
Coming out
picnic baskets.
in my head 3 minutes ago.
I love it. And I love bears, but please leave them alone. Just leave them for Fat Bear Week, when you can look at them and watch them grow and be cute right before they go into hibernation.
That's right.
And now let's talk about the most important thing in this whole friggin' episode.
Yep.
Motherfucking Deb.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Talking about corn.
Corn. Eat it. It's a great little catch
I
line.
love that
Corn.
slogan. It cracks me up.
Corn. Eat it.
Eat it. Also, when Deb leaves and Earl is like, it's really humid in here, I wrote, Deb is moist.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just tickled me so much.
You would think it would be like a cool mist, but no, it's a humid mist.
Sure.
It's
Keep your
swampy.
skin plump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Miami right before a storm.
Yeah.
It's that humidity.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's bayou fresh.
Whoa.
jeez. Yeah, well, because then I thought about, I was like, damn, I had always in my head thought of Deb as like a cool mist, like a humidifier style. Do you know what I mean? But like cool mist style, you know, not like Ho Chi Minh City in April, you know? But now, and I was like, oh, I guess she's haze. And okay, send you a patch of haze. Haze, it does indicate that it's like muggy, right? Like humidity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like unpleasant.
You get that
right?
like where you look at a road in the distance so it's hot and it's all wobbly.
Yeah. Or the sun looks all like fuzzed out.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that's Deb.
Do you like corn, Meg?
Yeah, sure. I like a fresh corn, like when it come be the right time of year, and you get it the day it came off the field, and you bring it home and you do something to it. I like to grill it and then take it off the cob, and then I put it in there like make a little salad with some butter and some grated ginger and some cilantro.
Yum.
I've started putting corn on pizza this year. Very good. Fresh corn. I'm not like putting frozen corn and like January frozen corn onto a pizza. That's not happening. But like
fucking creamed corn, a can of creamed corn.
No, actually it'd probably be good. But like fresh summer corn with like fresh summer tomatoes on a pizza.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this as our corn respondent. When you have corn on the cob and you're not cutting it off. Yeah, I said what I said. How do you eat it? Meg, do you go typewriter style, side to side? Do you make a circle? How do you work? How do you eat the corn?
So yeah, I will go right to left and then return and then right to left and then return. I do take it off the cob a lot though.
Yeah.
You just like slice it down.
Slice it down, yeah. Because I feel like you get more of the corn that way. Like I feel like my knife can do better at getting more of the kernel than my teeth can.
There's something though about like, I like to, I know you didn't ask me.
No, I was going to ask you. You were next.
As
thank you.
our other correspondent of the episode.
Our co-correspondent.
I'll take one bite and then another bite down, and then I'll go up and down like across like that. Like, so it's like a wider swath.
So chomp, up, down.
Yeah. And then next.
So you keep working, then you go over, up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
So you're doing a double wide typewriter.
A double wide typewriter. But then once I've gotten through the whole thing, because I have a because I have a gap in my front teeth, there's always like
There's a one kernel.
I've literally never talked about this with anyone ever. And I find it amusing, but yeah, there's always like one. So I go back around and I get those like little errant bits. And I also love just like biting into the cob and then going sucking the corn juice. That's disgusting.
Yeah, no,
I'm a
that's what you're
fucking
supposed to do.
monster.
I think you owe it to yourself to go around in a circle, and then you can create stripes. If you're missing a bit, you can keep it uniform throughout, and then make patterns and tell people aliens visited your corn. But I think I'm similar to both of you in that I'm also. Wait, am I side to side? Let me think. No, wait.
Do you go in a ring around?
Do I? Hold on a second.
That's going to be a balance issue.
Hey, Jennifer. When I eat corn on the cob, do I go typewriter or do I go around? Do you know?
She's like, I've never watched you eat corn.
Yeah. Ask your
Thank
wife how you eat corn.
I love you. The answer is typewriter.
Good.
I thought a typewriter felt right, but then I was like, do I go around in a circle?
You're going to have balance issues. You'll have weighted, like it'll be weighted wrong.
It's true. It'll fall over.
Yeah.
It'll take me down with it. I do eat it so fast. Like I'm going, and then I like to have the little dish, the ones that are shaped like acorn on the cob, like that you put the butter in. So you take your
and then just roll
corn,
it.
and then you roll it in there and keep it buttered the whole time, and then you eat it.
Do you guys have corn cob, like corn holders?
That are little corn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't personally have them, but I'm aware of the product. I grew up with them.
Do you just touch the corn then? Oh,
I
no,
touch
you
the
cut
corn. I will touch when I make it for my own home use. I will just touch the corn.
Oh.
With my feet.
You'll run it like you're running on a log.
Yeah.
That's how you get the butter on. You put on your butter shoes.
Flintstone style. You're like,
Yabba dabba doo.
oh
the best way to do
my
it.
goodness.
Corn. Feed it.
It's what's for dinner. Should we move on? Do we have more
Yeah,
to talk
probably
about
should.
here?
I think we got out of here. Get out of here.
Up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which is Autumn's Echo by Strip Mall Architecture.
Echo.
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 All right. Autumn's Echo. I liked it. I thought it was very ethereal. And I thought it was very like rainy day music. And then at the end, I felt like you were taken away by aliens. That's my review.
Good vibes. Yeah, I thought it was like moody, and I liked her voice a lot. I thought she had a very clean sound to her voice, which is
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was nicely paired with the music. It was a really cohesive sound that was pleasing to the ear.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece of music. I enjoyed it. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have nothing to add to these parts. I get it. It's sort of my calling card.
It's cute though. You keep doing it, Hal, and
It's good.
keep apologizing for it.
I also, I'm just saying, I'm aware. I'm aware of it.
Everything you do is perfection, Hal. Don't question it.
I never will. I'll question nothing, and I will assume everything.
So this is off their 2013 album, Suburban Reverb. They now go by a different name, Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah,
Hello?
they now go by Hello. They've been making music forever. They're a husband and wife duo. They've been working together since the 90s, and they have had included different members to create different sounds. But now they're Hello, and they seem to be still making music out there. So good for them. Good on them.
Nice.
And they would like us to go eat a calzone.
Oh, well, let's do it. Let's get into the FanZone Calzone. Let's chop it up, mop it up, and crop it up.
Dive in.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
The first person in our FanZone Calzone is Jonas. Jonas writes, my theory is that Night Vale is a dream that Cecil is having, while in real life, he's in a coma. This would explain why he knows what's happening without having to be there. It also explains why he doesn't remember his brother. He replaced his brother with a sister, maybe because he wants a sister in real life. All the parts where he hears about his past are memories that are surfacing in different ways as part of a dream. Carlos might have been his way of accepting that he's attracted to other guys, and the interns are people he hates, so he killed them off. The interns who survive are the ones he changed his mind about. The reason that Earl Harlan went from 19 to 30-something might be because he went into a coma when they were 19 and kind of overheard Earl in real life saying he has a son. The reason that Earl doesn't know his son's name in the dream could be because Cecil didn't hear that part of Earl's conversation. There's so much more, but it would take long to say it all. I want to say thanks for making this podcast, and thanks for making the perfect place for an imaginary vacation. P.S. My favorite character is the faceless old woman who secretly lives in your home.
Edit this out.
I was going to say, thanks, Jonas, but you're wrong. Because your favorite character is Steve Carlsberg, Tamika Flynn, and Deb. Get it straight.
The moist worm haze.
There's a moist worm haze coming in. The next letter is from Bruna, who writes, Hi, Hal, Meg, and Symphony. My name is Bruna, and I'm from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Hell yeah.
That's right. Good job.
Obrigado.
Good job being from Sao Paulo. I don't remember in which episode you guys were talking about children and pets being named after Night Vale characters and actors, but I wanted to point out that here in Brazil, Meg is a very popular name for dogs. Meg, I don't know how you feel about this, but I hope you're okay with it. Let's get a live reaction from Meg.
It's an honor, a huge honor.
Yes.
And just one last thing before I go. I've been using the quote, try hugging a bear, see what happens, from episode 78, Cooking Stuff, Thanksgiving Special, as my status on a social media app for years, and taking it as an advice for life, as in facing things and letting life surprise me as I go. My friend went and got that quote on a t-shirt for me as a birthday gift, but changing the word bear to minhoca, which is my nickname and translates to worm. I'm sending you a picture of this t-shirt. I love it so much. Thanks for reading, and thanks for the wonderful job. I love this podcast. You guys are so much fun, and I hope you're having a very nice day. Well, the day is nicer after hearing from you, Bruna, and this t-shirt is great. I love it.
It's so cute. And it's purple.
And it's purple, Night Vale colors. I even like the lettering, the choice of, I don't know what font that is, but I like it.
It looks great. I love
Everything about it is great. And I bet you wear it with pride and happiness because it reminds you of your friendship.
I'll throw that pic up on the Patreon so people can see it.
Yeah.
Of the t-shirt. Throw it right up there. Toss it right on up there. All right. And lastly, we hear from Patrick. Patrick is one of our super duper Megazone Calzone Patreon supporters. So
yes.
We appreciate Patrick so much for helping keep the show going and help these very words get to your ears right now. So we're thankful to Patrick. And if you're listening to the show right now and enjoying it, you're thankful to Patrick. And this is what Patrick has to say regarding this episode. I'll make this one quick because I'm also juggling my distance kindergartner at the moment. This episode in particular makes me think that Cecil and Earl were actually involved at some point. They both have memories of childhood before Earl's weird split into endless 19-ishness. So it makes me think that they have a deeper history. But something about the way Cecil snaps at Earl not to argue suddenly changes Cecil's past attempts to brush off Earl's advances seems less like, oh, cutie pie, I'm not available, to, we're not doing this again. That would also give some explanation to Earl's hangdog gratitude when Cecil essentially demands Earl get over himself and join the Carlsberg Cecilos family for dinner. I'm not sure it could have been the cause or the result, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cecil and Earl went their separate ways around when it became apparent that Earl couldn't get past his 19-year-old self. Oop, I gotta go. School's out, and a rubber dart just flew past my head. Cheers to your health, y'all.
Also, yes, that tea is very hot, Patrick, and I do think Earl needs to get past his 19-year-old self, okay?
Yeah, and I agree. There are definitely a lot of clues around that. That's a sensible. I don't know if sensible is the word I'm looking for. It is a logical conclusion to draw based on their past interactions and how it manifests here as well. And also, I hope that rubber dart didn't hit you in the head. Sounds like it flew past, but where there's one dart, there are two darts.
I agree that there's definitely some sort of past with Cecil and Carlos. There's definitely a past, but is it a romantic one? What makes me wonder about this is because Cecil is such an open book regarding his everything, all his thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It just makes us wonder that we haven't gotten kind of nitty gritty, but then also because there is some dark weirdness there that Cecil is either intentionally or unintentionally trying to gloss over. I think that the meat of the relationship is somewhere in that bruise that Cecil refuses to kind of dig into. Yeah.
Well, Cecil famously denies what's going on. He's more than willing to sweep things under the rug and doesn't like to explore those things.
Truth. All right, well, that does it. That does it for us this week. Thank you all so very much for listening and for supporting us. Those of you who can support us on Patreon, we love you. Those of you who cannot at this time support us on Patreon, we also love you. We love you for listening, and we love each other very, very much. And this is what happens when three friends who work in podcasting love each other very, very much. So next episode is number 79, Lost in the Mail. Until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning. Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Hal Lublin, and Meg Bashwiner. It is edited and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Special thanks to our fans who submitted their thoughts this week. Leave us a voicemail at 929-277-2050 or email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell us how much frozen corn you put in your cranberry sauce. This show is powered by our patrons, like Matthew Henry, Nick Lahotsky, Molly Gaines, Essie Michaela, and Nick Olivas. If you are interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper-cool kid content, or just want to see how many calzone references we can make with our reward tiers, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Today's adverb is poetically. To put it poetically, Amanda Gorman's poem, The Hill We Climb, totally fucking slaps.